1985 M635CSI. So this is not your normal 635, this is your M version. Obviously a big difference. We'll detail in the description all the sort of little differences, but obviously if you're looking at the video, you know exactly what you're looking at. We'll start by having a look at the bodywork. We'll start on this front driver's quarter. Obviously you've got your lower skirt with the M cars, all nice and tidy. You've got this double coach line that goes all the way down the side. If we look down this driver's side, lovely and straight, lovely and clean, no ripples or dents. The driver's side arch is like a plastic extension, and it does have a little mark here and here, which you can see there, sort of a couple of fairly deep scratches in the paint. It has got these Alpina wheels on there. They are missing the covers, although they're relatively sort of valuable on their own. They are correctly stamped and everything, so it does look like they're genuine ones, with 4 good tyres on it. Normally it would have come on a set of BBS wheels, so like a slightly larger mesh BBS wheel, but this one has been put on the Alpinas. Like I say, it is missing all 4 centre caps, so it is worth pointing that out. The rest of the driver's wing is lovely and clean, lovely and tidy. That coach line goes all the way down nice and straight. Indicator covers and everything are good. Sill on this side, it's lovely and straight all the way back. It's not been jacked up in the wrong place or rammed up a curb or anything like that. Driver's door itself, lovely and straight. You can see by seeing the reflection of me, which is unfortunate. I apologise about that. I'm sure you'd rather see the car than my ugly face. But it is nice and shiny, nice and straight all the way along, all the way out to this rear quarter. And this rear arch extension is nice and tidy. There's no sign of any corrosion down the bottom, which is a bit of a problem area on an E24. Same on this side, lovely and clean. As you can see, inside the arch is really good. All these sort of trim covers and everything around the windows is nice. It's not paint flaking or anything like that, which is quite a common issue. Correct BMW stamped glass all around. See, the rear windows do drop on these, they're electronic. They work quite happily. Inside your fuel cap and everything, lovely and clean. It's obviously been well looked after, this car. On this rear quarter, all nice and straight around there. Round onto the rear of the car, bumper nice and straight all the way along. The exhaust sits exactly where it should, at the right angle and everything like that. The rear valance is all good. Both rear tail lights nice and clean and bright, as is this piece of bodywork here. And then onto the bottom of the spoiler, so original genuine spoiler, you can see by the stamps, all the way along, lovely and straight. The rubber hasn't dried out or cracked. The paint a bit can sometimes flake off, but that's all good. Boot lid itself is lovely and tidy. We do have a little mark here and here from where a bird poo's been left. That wants a good polish to get that off. So you can see around the rear window, it's all nice and tidy all the way around. No sign of any corrosion or anything like that. Really, really good. The roof itself is lovely and straight. No ripples or anything like that. Even around the sunroof is really good. A little bit of dust there showing on the camera. It's not a mark. Really, really good all the way around. And again, the trim on this side into the gutters is nice. All the way around, no flaking or anything like that. On the rear passenger quarter, and again, if we look down this side, nice and straight. Panel gaps are lovely, all that sort of stuff. Lower valance and everything is good. This rear arch, if we look inside and round the extension, is all nice and tidy. The extension itself is lovely and straight. Again, no issues in this problem area here. Another good wheel and tyre. If we move further down this side of the car, you see again, the sill is all nice and straight. Not been jacked up funny, it's not been rammed up a curb, it's not had any ugly welds or anything like that. Panel gap on this side, really, really good. Again, the coach stripe, or the twin coach stripe, even really good all the way down. It's got the correct brake around the arch and all that sort of stuff. Normally if they come off, people put them back on, they tend to go on wrong, which is awful, whereas this one looks good. Driver's wing, all nice and straight at the bottom there. Getting in here, lovely and clean. There's no sign of any corrosion at all on any of the arches, which is really, really good. And then round onto the bonnet. And obviously, you can see why they get called a shark nose. All 4 headlamps, all nice and straight. They're all stamped header, they all match. Now this rear fog, or both fog lights even, have got little cracks in them, normally from a stone chip. But there is a few marks on the valance on the bottom, exactly as you'd expect from something that's sort of designed to pound down the motorway. But this sort of lip and this edge, which can quite often get quite badly stone chipped and hammered, is really good. Badge is nice and tidy. There's no sign of any sort of ripples or dents on the bonnet. So yeah, nothing at all to complain about there. on the interior. Now this colour combo I particularly like, so dark grey exterior, tan interior. Quite often you see them with grey. This is much nicer. Door card, lovely and clean. Electric windows, electric mirrors, electric adjusting seats on everything from backrests, headrests, bolsters, all that sort of stuff. And then you've got the actual leg rest there as well. Nice thick carpets, everything. The carpet set's lovely and clean. It looks slightly dirty on the camera, but I think that's more the shadowing areas. It's really nice and clean in here. No funny smells, no sign of any moisture. So you've got the rear blind and everything. And then again, you've got these two seats in the back, which is sort of like a little bucket seat. Really nice and clean, nice and tidy. No sign of any wear at all. Headlining, all lovely and clean on there. Electric sunroof. And this driver's seat's really, really good. Tiny, tiny little bit of wear on the underside, exactly where the seatbelt touches, but to be fair, a good leather cleaner would get the majority of that off, I would say. And then it's got the correct M Sport steering wheel with no real wear on that at all. And then we've got, we've got air conditioning. It's got the M trip computer for your speed and your consumption, which I would suggest you don't press unless you get a shock. 122,965 miles on this one. All your dials are lovely and bright. The cover and everything, the plastic screen is nice and clear. Dash top is excellent all the way along. Sometimes you find these vents have sort of been cracked or damaged, but no, nothing at all to whinge about there. And a nice clean gear knob. And then you've got your instrument panel there with your check button. Obviously the ignition's not on, so they're not going to light up. Go around and have a look in the boot. So we have pulled this cover off because it does occasionally need a little charge to charge it up. All of the correct battery parts are all there. As you can see, just with standing around. Good trickle charger would sort that right out. And then obviously you've got your triangle and everything there. First aid cubby in here. Let's have a look in there. If I can get it open, there we go. And it does still have the first aid box in there, which is always nice to see. They quite often go missing. And then you've got your carpet and everything, which is nice and clean. If we lift that up, see the boot floor is really good. And that's there we go. That's already cracked a little bit along there as well. If we peel that off, you'll see that's the sort of style wheel that should be on there. But yeah, the wood thing is cracked here, as you can see. It's cracked a little bit there. So the wood piece once replaced, there's already a crack on this side as well. Sort of like a little protector for the face of the wheel. The rest of the boot, all nice and clean, nice and tidy. The lining on the underside is really good. If we drop this down, it's always a good telltale sign of a BMW. So all the spanners are there, the fuses are there, bulbs are there. We're missing the larger plier set and one edge of the screwdriver. So pretty good. Give it a solid 7 out of 10 for toolkit. There you go. We'll go around on the passenger side. The interior, and again, another nice clean door card. The seat itself, really nice and clean. No sign of any real wear there at all. Going all the way down. Again, same things. It's got the electric bolsters. It's got all the adjustment you could possibly want. And more importantly, in the glove box, we are missing the torch, although we may have taken that out and put it in the history file. So just check the description, we'll tell you what we've done with it there. And again, in the back here, lovely clean, no sign of any real wear. Have a good look at the headlining from this side, nice and tidy. Now we'll have a look at the whole point of this car. So this is your 3.5 litre individual throttle bodied M635 engine. Again, lovely and original, clean and tidy in here. Around the strut tops is all good. Inner wings and everything's lovely and clean, as is this panel here where the radiator goes. Underside of the bonnet, all the sound deadening and everything's still there. That's something peeled off or anything like that. We do have a random EBC brake stick here. Now, if you rub over it, it's not hiding any corrosion or anything, which is always good. But if you look on there, it's all lovely and clean all the way down there. Peel that sticker off and then you're back to a nice original looking corner. We've ran the VIN through and everything, just double check it was a genuine M. That's all coming back as correct, which is always good. Again, you can see the engine's lovely and clean, lovely and original. Not messed with at all. We'll get it started up. There you go, starts straight away on the button. Nice and smooth. No sign of any nastiness coming out the exhaust there. All nice and clean, no moisture, no smoke. I have briefly driven it just because I kind of had to. And like I say, it does drive well. It's obviously been well cared for. Really lovely car. If you've got any more questions, any more inquiries, please let us know. We're happy to help. If you need more photos, more videos, just more information, or you want to come and see the car, we're open every day between now and the auction for viewings. Whatever you need, just get in touch. Thank you.